certainly some academics in the project very much had a kind of top-down idea. So you start with these pillars, make sure that all these things are being done in a company, and then, but that is simply not how it works.
What was the biggest gap between theory and practice for you?
I think maybe the biggest gap was that I said it already a bit, is that at least many people doing more research or academic work on responsible innovation, they start from a kind of ideal picture of what responsible innovation is. So you have these theories. Responsible innovation has 4 pillars. It has to be anticipatory. It has to be engagement or dialogue. It has to be reflexive. You have to think about your values and your norms, and it has to be responsive. And that makes very much. But what I noted is that at least certainly some academics in the project very much had a kind of top-down idea. So you start with these pillars, make sure that all these things are being done in a company, and then, but that is simply not how it works. So my experience was that so I worked myself with one of the Dutch companies called Spectral, which is a small family company. They're making detergents. And actually what worked best is just visiting this person, just spending a day, going there, talking what they were doing, talking about what maybe already were kind of dilemmas or issues for them. So very much starting from their reality. And of course, I mean, because I have this background, I see all kinds of issues this person didn't see. And this was a very nice and useful exchange. So I think the biggest gap was between kind of, say, idealized picture of what responsible innovation was, what we as academics tend to have, and to think also tend to think, well, if they don't do everything, it is not good enough. While much more, say, piecemeal, starting from the actual realities of businesses, and they're finding first issues that are relevant, but second also in a practical sense. So of course, business realities does not always allow to do good, or there might be constraints. But the interesting thing is, if you talk to people and you're creative, you can find ways to do responsible innovation. So I think there was for me the biggest gap between theory and practice, that we really needed to start with what was important for the companies, without, of course, forgetting what responsible innovation is.